Hello once again everybody, my name is Cilantro. Welcome back to my EU4 playthrough. Georgia on my mind. We're in the midst of a war against Castile and Portugal, which we are winning through some, well, horrible AI. And hoping to get a peace deal here pretty soon. I may try to take this province from Portugal if I can get it. It'd be nice to knock that out so I don't have to worry about that. May end up trying to fortify my coast as well with some forts. Fortify. I wonder if that's where that word came from. Still trying to core the provinces that I had taken before. A little worried about Tunis as they have allied the Ottomans. So my conquest to the east is going to be a little limited, at least for now. May need to sort of scoot around here. Maybe even start heading down south towards Timbuktu. But we will see. In the meantime, I wanted to check my mission. I have no mission. That's interesting. No mission and no missions available. I'm a little worried as well, although with Portugal being at war, it is going to slow them down a little bit. I've made essentially no progress towards my first idea group, and something as simple as this province right here being the first to be colonized can help me springboard over to the Americas very quickly. So I'm kind of worried that by not rushing for this as aggressively as I could have or should have, that I may end up far behind in terms of that. I mean, Portugal already starts with some territory as well as Castile. I'm pretty sure this is Portugal's and this is Castile's. So they already have springboards sort of towards the south, but I don't. In the meantime, I'm pretty safe to run time at 3x here while I'm just kind of waiting for this war to tick down. I'm really not sure if there's much else I can do at this point other than just wait. Make sure I'm, checking my unrest, which will be going down quite significantly once all these provinces get cored. I just have to sit here and eat the blockade for now, unfortunately, which I am losing a little bit of money from that. But what can you do? I do have a diplomat free. Let's see if I can actually sue these guys out. Yeah, they're still at even ground, and it would be nice to actually claim even just one province. I wonder if I could actually snag two. Whoa, okay. It is clear to us now that the Hassid family has been allowed to grow too strong and influential in our kingdom. Unless we move to curb their power now, we might not be able to further down the line. Sultan Abdelhak II is convinced there is a conspiracy against the throne afoot. Kill them all, or they remain our trusted advisors. I have no idea what this event is or does, and I'm a little intimidated. I feel like I almost feel like this is the better choice, but I really don't want to eat a stability hit, 'cause to get it back up, it's going to cost me even more admin power that I don't have. I guess they remain our trusted advisors, and I hope for the best. I'm probably going to regret that, but I have no idea, and that's part of the fun. Yeah, that's a little scary. Alright, we're going to go to 4x. I didn't want to jump right into 4x initially because I want to make sure I had my bearings. Manpower is actually almost fully recovered. Not that we really got into all that many fights, and I can't really afford to recruit any further military. If it weren't for the fact that the AI may suddenly get smart and start invading, I would actually just lower my troop maintenance, but War of the Roses finally comes to an end, succeeds in claiming the throne. One of these days I need to play as England and figure out what the whole War of the Roses thing is all about. I'm not even super familiar with it historically. I can tell you I've learned a lot about geography playing this game. I mean, I've generally had a good idea of roughly where certain countries are, but at least getting a even more rough idea of where certain things are has helped. In terms of the shape as well, I had never realized that. I'd always sort of expected Italy to just sort of jut out into the middle. I'd never realized how it just kind of just gets in there, you know what I mean? Interesting stuff. We do have two diplomats I should be working with a little bit here. I mean, I could improve down here. Not really an issue to do that. I don't have a whole lot that I need to be improving. Mamluks are going to be one of my future targets. Okay, so the Naples personal union is in for Aragon. They still haven't done the Iberian wedding, which I'm only vaguely familiar with what that all entails. It's always a good idea to improve relations with Austria. You can never go wrong with that. Just mirrors Bosnia bigger than I thought. Pass a couple days so I can get another one back, and we will improve with Hungary. I doubt this will ever be of any use, but there's literally no reason for me to have diplomats sitting around, so... I think the linchpin here is just going to be when their war exhaustion hits so high that they get tired of it. Which may happen before mine does, may happen after mine does. If I could take White Peace, I probably would. Oh, hey, look at that. Rival of our rival is Austria, so they should be our friend. I agree. And I will be able to get it. Or no, actually I won't. I'll have to bribe them or something. Need to get to 100 favor with them, so I'm going to have to do something else. That's weird, because normally Rival of the Rival gives you a status effect called Rival of your Rival that allows you to sort of boost up beyond a natural neutral position. I don't know. Make sure we're coring. 2 other cores going to be finishing. That'll help with the unrest. We're at 30% with one of them. I don't anticipate it firing, but it could. Let's see here. Lose 14 ducats and drop Mazab's opinion or lose 10 prestige. Mazab is my vassal, yes? No, protectorate. Not even a protectorate. I thought I wasn't... Oh, they never were my vassal. They were just an ally, and they are continuing to be an ally. And I think rather than risk Tunis taking them over, I made them I guaranteed their independence. And they are still in this war. I'd like to keep their opinion up, but I feel like I can eat this and overcome it over time. So we're just going to go for that. I don't want to lose the prestige right now. And another event. 1462, lose 20 piety. I was going positive piety, I believe. Yes. 20 national unrest +1, yearly legitimacy +1, which I'm already kind of capped on that, but do get higher army morale. I probably should be going negative piety actually for the cheaper tax, but it's a little too late to change that, so we're gonna roll with it. That will hurt a little bit. That will increase my unrest and make it a little bit more likely that those rebels will pop, but we'll see. We're up 20% on the war score. No diplomats to send, but that's fine. I highly doubt they would sue out all of a sudden anyway. Fezzan. Ooh, Timbuktu just expanded. Get a good look at these guys right here. 74%, so we could actually full annex them right now if we took them. Oh, hey, speaking of, I guess we're on the right side of this because I can gain some prestige and some piety. Alright, we're capped at 100. So if we do get some territory, we can convert it much more easily. 3% effectiveness to our missionaries is not too shabby. How long before we can change this? 1464. Ugh, still have over 10 years before I can change my focus. Yearly inflation reduction is definitely helping keep that down. Good enough. I'm going to pull this guy back and try to sue out for peace again. The AI is just way too inept at overseas battles. I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to move their troops by land all the way around here. Alright, Portugal's at medium. We may be able to get them out now. Alright, we could take White Peace. So if they do land, I may just... If it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to handle it, we could just take the White Peace. I feel like suing out sooner than later is better, but I do want this province. It's not got the greatest development, but it is... It's already a core, so I don't even have to core it. I'm pretty certain. It's not a coastal center of trade, but I don't know. Having this annoying little bit of Portugal here, kind of a thorn in my side. So I kind of wish there was a way to set it up so you set up a peace deal, and then once you've achieved that war score, a pop-up will say, "Do you wish to engage your predetermined peace deal? Be kind of nice. Just saying. This has really been a good lesson in the importance of the war goal, because the war goal was to take Garb, and because I've held it the entire time. I mean, even though I'm getting blockaded, which actually gives a surprising... Ooh, Mamluks going after AQ. Okay. Interesting. Usually it's the Ottomans that take out AQ. Actually, the Ottomans haven't even gotten all their cores back. And I believe Bosnia has taken some land. If the Ottomans stay weak this game, that would actually be quite good for me. Because I would rather deal with a powerful Mamluks than a powerful Ottomans. And if I can get through the Mamluks all the way to Georgia, that's better for me. Also gives a lot more conquerable land over here. I've never really seen a game where the Ottomans have failed to, you know, sort of blob like they almost always do. But it is certainly possible. Okay, there we go. We can get the province now. Maybe even a couple bucks here. I'm gonna take it. I can't stay in this war. So there we go. And like I said, I believe that they are, in fact, it's already a core, so I don't have to core it even, which is nice. And oh, hey, there we go. I will take the Ottoman alliance for certain. I've got plenty of Diplo slots, and I was originally going to use them to help conquer Tunis, but it's obviously not going to happen unless they rival the Ottomans, possibly. Can I offer vassalage? I believe these guys would take vassalization. I just need to get my rep with them up. Which is going to be a little while, because it did just take that negative, actually. That's alright. Make sure they're topped off on that so I can get a good gauge on how long that's going to take. And hey, we can core some more. I'm just going to keep running at 4x. Actually, do we have any risk of the revolt? 2.8%, still at 40. I think I'm going to risk it and drop my army maintenance down a little bit, because I'm otherwise going to have some serious cash problems. Hey, we actually did get a... I'm going to go and train another one. We did get some extra army force limit from that, so that's not too bad. Being that it's cored, we immediately get its full effects, and it barely has any autonomy even. Could I even... Okay, only 2.86, so I don't want to be dropping that or anything. So I will slide the army maintenance down. Get a couple ducats per month here. We do have a gold mine. That's what's contributing to the inflation. Gold's still pretty powerful, though. I mean, 2.44 ducats, and I believe I only have one, at most one, that's doing it. Royal marriage from Ottomans, I will gladly accept. Almost missed it. So I need another 170, 160 some admin power to be able to core both of these, and then I need to start pushing. Thankfully, none of my neighbors have actually boosted their admin tech. Does that actually count these guys as neighbors? 333, 443. Okay, so I guess I'm not technically neighboring Portugal anymore, so that's kind of a problem. As soon as they get to 5, I'm sure they're going to start colonizing stuff, and I gotta, you know, I can watch out for the ideas there. When I do get to 5, I want to make sure that I... Okay, so they're actually starting to do the reconquest. When I do get to 5, I want to make sure that I have some admin or some Diplo power saved up, because I can use that to greatly boost ahead, to be able to jump right ahead to being able to explore and colonize. I believe the first 2 ideas, if I recall correctly, the first one is the colonist, and the second one is the explorer. So if I need to save 800 Diplo power for when that hits. May have also lost my chance for an easy westernization from doing that. We'll see how it pans out. That's one of the things about this playthrough, is I have no idea how a lot of this stuff is going to work. So we're just going for it. I'm really used to just pausing all the time for things that I probably don't really need to pause for. Alright, we have a bunch of free diplomats. Naples! You should be a friend. Hey, 1 base tax in Tangiers. I'll take it. Improve relation with you. Oh no, it's a disaster. I've got to take the legitimacy hit. It's not really that big of a deal. I would much rather do that than lose stability. I mean, you can't... you can kind of get into a slippery slope of saying, oh yeah, I can afford to lose a little bit of legitimacy, and then before you know it, you're down to like 30 and starting to take some penalties. The break point is 50. As long as you have above 50, you're still getting bonuses. And that will cause a little bit more unrest, but I'm not really that concerned about it. Yeah, it's still only at 50%, so it's not really that huge of a deal. Get to core in that one. You know, alternatively, I could just leave these uncored, but meh. Not that worried about it. 30 months and we'll be out of war exhaustion. I'm going to save the Diplo power there to make sure we're good. We are making almost 3 ducats, even though we have advisors and a full complement of forts. So if I wanted to, I could definitely start mothballing forts or even selling them off. We are still earning 1 army tradition. Only 0.23 net, but we are earning 1 army tradition. We did get a little bit of power projection from that capture, so that's good. That'll be, of course, dropping pretty quickly. Fortunately, didn't quite get to the 50 point, which is where it starts to really pick up. Actually, I probably should be re-expanding my Navy. I did take quite a hit to Navy, and actually I should also be protecting trade. I do have 6 ships still left. So let's grab those guys, unmothball them, and have them protecting trade in here. Why not? Still not exactly sure where the best places are to protect trade. If you guys have any insight on that, I would appreciate it. I'm just gonna go ahead and build up another 6. Actually, I'll go to my limit for now. Since I'm not really at war or in need of military power necessarily, I don't see the need to go above my limit, but you can have a force limit Navy and it doesn't cost much, so it seems silly not to have it. Yeah, this is ticking down pretty aggressively. I doubt this will fire. Oh my mother of wow. 20 pretender regiments? Okay, so this is, I guess, the penalty that I take for not taking that other. Wow. That could actually do some serious damage. 2 stability. My current heir will die, which he is a 432. Should probably rival Tunisia. Wow. I mean, if my leader died, I'd be alright with that, although my heir is... I wish I would tell you how old the guy is going to be. Regiments in Garb. Can I actually take... I'm going to have to just try to take this fight, and hopefully I get enough morale back. This could be really risky. There's an odd chance that they could stack wipe me. Actually, if they pop up in... Oh, Garb doesn't have a fort. I thought it did. Yeah, let's maintain our army and hope for the best. Although, I need to make sure that I hit this event, because otherwise I'm going to eat the 2 stability, so let's not do that. Let's let these guys pop. I'm going to get 1 more tick of morale just in case I do have to fight them. I'll do that. Man, 20. Thankfully, they didn't get a super great general. But, oof. I don't like this at all. These are all dry lands. So this entire arc would be good defensive territory. I'm just going to have to kind of let these guys do their thing for a little bit. While my guys recover their morale. I still would rather not be the attacker if I could help it. In the inevitable engagement. This could get really scary. See where they're going to move to. As soon as I see him moving, I'm going to pause and try to cut him off at the pass and get defender. The thing about rebels is they don't really seem to have a lot of tactics. They just kind of go wherever they need to be or want to be. They may not even move at all. I'm actually eating attrition here too. 22, 24. Yeah, let's head over there. I don't want to eat it. I don't want to eat attrition if I can't help it. It'd be harder to catch defender now on them. Alright, we're maxed out. We just gotta go for it and hope for the best. Are we crossing a river? We'll cross a river. Where are all the rivers? Cuta, Tangiers, Fez, Meknes, Ducala. So everywhere it's gonna cross a river. So I'm gonna eat a -1 no matter where I go. Well, we gotta hope for good rolls. Not looking great. Make silly squeaking noises, and we lost. And we lost a lot of troops. It's very close. I think we did at least get a little bit of army tradition. I probably should have paid more attention. Yeah, I had a feeling I was going to be really regretting that. Okay, good. They're sieging a... I'd rather lose the ducats, even though I have to eat a loan. At least they're sieging somewhere with a fort. It's going to take them a long while to get that. I'm quite okay with that. 101. Wow.